Good evening. I'm Michael Poliakoff, President of the American Council of Trustees and Alumni. This is ACTA's 22nd year, and we gather tonight for our 13th annual Merrill Award dinner and ceremony. The Merrill Award Gala is a celebration of joy. Tonight we have with us scholars and academic leaders who labor and sometimes have to fight to keep American higher education the finest in the world. We have with us our supporters who make our work possible, who are unfailingly generous in their gifts and in sharing their encouragement and ideas for our initiatives and campaigns. This is a night to confirm our optimism that we can solve the problems and overcome the challenges. The message is writ large in the achievements of President Zimmer, whom we honor tonight, and from whom we look forward to hearing later this evening. And just to raise expectations, let me share with you the title of his address: Liberal Arts, Free Expression, and the Demosthenes-Feynman Trap. Besides the certainty of a brilliant speech from our award winner, what gives us reason to be optimistic about higher education? In short, it is because we see the changes happening, the models of excellence emerging. These are the advances that the people in this room have helped to make possible. If I had to choose an ancient text that explained 22 years of ACTA, I would turn, and this is surprising for a classicist, not to Greek literature, but to the Talmud, where Rabbi Tarfon nearly 2,000 years ago admonished, "You are not required to bring every task to perfection, but you are commanded never to give up." And that is where we are, proudly and confidently, and seeking success. Now, increases in tuition are a notorious problem. So this past year, we researched the spending patterns of over 1,100 colleges and universities to help higher education leadership, presidents and trustees, benchmark their spending on administration compared to their spending on teaching and learning. It has prompted productive discussions on campuses around the nation, and we've also helped some institutions to tighten their accounting and reporting procedures, because cost effectiveness thrives on transparent, accurate information. ACTA is now the key partner in this campaign. 9 years ago, with the help of an extraordinarily generous grant, we launched our signature study of core curricular requirements, asking the urgent but most often overlooked question concerning college students: what will they learn? ACTA dissents from the view that a vast cafeteria line of course options, sometimes with strange names, from zombies and vampires to Lady Gaga, I am not making that up, that cafeteria line serves students or the nation well. We do not believe it is acceptable for colleges to preach multiculturalism, but to pretend that students don't need the experience of learning the language of another culture. We don't find it acceptable for a college to pretend that it is okay not to be scientifically and mathematically literate. Let me sketch out the battle lines as they appeared on National Public Radio about this time last year. Amherst Dean of the faculty, quote, "You can do whatever you want. If you never want to take a math class, you don't have to take a math class. If you never want to take a science class, you don't have to take a science class." Well, ACTA responded, I to be exact, that course options without rhyme or reason, or any real respect for the kind of intellectual nutrition that students need, in fact, serves them very badly. And I think NPR agreed, because NPR titled the segment, quote, "Zombies, Garbage, and Vampires." Continuing, "It's not a nightmare. It's your college course catalog." I think it's safe to say ACTA won that round. We are here, thank you. Thank you. We are here because we all believe that education is the engine that drives human progress. But without freedom of inquiry and expression, colleges and universities become places of stale conformity, indoctrinating instead of educating. Brandeis, Yale, Middlebury, Scripps, Berkeley, Davis, Claremont, Evergreen, William and Mary. The list of colleges and universities that have recently seen the ultimate sacrilege of the suppression of free inquiry and exchange is long and unfortunately still growing. By our latest reckoning, ACTA has sent over 40,000 letters to trustees around the nation, alerting them to their fiduciary responsibilities to foster and to protect freedom of expression. The good news is that there are people who inspire others and institutions, a number of which are represented here tonight, that have boldly and intentionally resisted the downward slide. Last spring, ACTA friend Professor Linda Frey took the Chicago Principles of Freedom of Expression before the University of Montana Faculty Senate. It passed overwhelmingly. Several weeks later, her twin sister, Professor Marcia Frey, did the same thing at Kansas State University with the same positive outcome. Carlos Campo is with us here tonight. As president of Regent University, he moved the school to an A core curriculum. Now as president of Ashland University, he has their curriculum in his sight lines, and he just led his school to being the latest to adopt the Chicago Principles of Freedom of Expression. And the provost of Christopher Newport University, David Dowdy, is here with us tonight, who, along with President Paul Tribble, whom you heard earlier today, brought Christopher Newport University to a perfect A curriculum. When will we know our work at ACTA is fully successful? When a school that has not adopted the Chicago Principles is seen as existing on the margins rather than in the mainstream. When all colleges, prestigious or not, ensure through their requirements that all students receive a true liberal arts education, one that prepares them for the challenges of career and citizenship, then we will know that our work is complete. Thanks to the Diana Davis Spencer Foundation, represented here tonight by Abby Moffett, we have a powerful new engine of higher education improvement, the Fund for Academic Renewal. The fund FAR for short, advises donors, large and small, on how to direct their higher education philanthropy to advance rich liberal arts education and to foster intellectual freedom and exchange. This year, FAR has assisted with gifts to colleges across the country, and one donor wrote to us gratefully that, quote, FAR's guidance led us to insert provisions in the gift agreement that will ensure that my objectives for the gift will be honored by the university for many years to come. Through their philanthropy, donors can strengthen curricula and support programs that bring diverse points of view to campus, and we are deeply appreciative of the Diana Davis Spencer Foundation's generous support for our work with donors who want to make a difference. We have many heartfelt thank yous that our board chair, Dr. Lewitt, will share in more detail later tonight. But I want to close with my own expression of gratitude to the donors who have made all this work possible. They are listed in your program. To those who have generously sponsored tables at this celebration tonight, listed on the screen. To our Merrill Selection Committee members for their brilliant choice of tonight's award winner. And to ACTA's Council of Scholars, who graciously provide their guidance as we work to ensure that our nation continues to offer the finest higher education that the world has seen. And a special word to the college students here with us tonight. Even when your hearts and minds are clear and bold, it is not easy to stand up to peer pressure, to resist campus groupthink, and you have been wise and courageous. We see the hope of the future here with us tonight, and together we will ensure that American higher education remains the envy of the world. So please now enjoy your dinner, and I know you will be inspired by tonight's award ceremony. Thank you for supporting our efforts throughout the year and for being with us tonight to honor the extraordinary leadership of President Zimmer and to celebrate the unremitting pursuit of excellence in our nation's colleges and universities. Thank you. Please enjoy your dinner.